Hello, love lights. Long time no see. If you haven't been to my channel before, hi, my name is Cheyenne. If you have, welcome back. I know it's been quite some time, so grab your snack, grab your blanket, because it's fall now. When did that happen? Grab what you need because we're gonna get into 2020, okay? So, as we all know, this year has been so weird for all of us. And I really I personally had to take a lot of time to myself to really reconvene with my sanity. I was in the middle of school when the pandemic hit, and a lot of us were. And it was my first semester back in school. I did what I could while I could, right? So in December of 2018, we're gonna bring it all the way back because I'm trying to update you guys. This is my update. December of 2018, I tell you all, I want to change my life for the better, right? And at the time, I was fighting depression and anxiety. I was trying to navigate through what my emotions really were and why they were that, and was it something I was used to, or was it something that I really felt, and just so many things that came into that, right? So then fast forward to 2019, right? Just a month away from that, because it was December 2018, so let's fast forward to 2019. It's just been, you know what? I was finding myself, right? And I think that I associated that even at the time with me finding my happiness. What I really had to understand the hard way is when you find yourself, you are finding your happiness, you are finding your joy. After that, it's not just, but after that, it delves into coping mechanisms and what you do for yourself, what boundaries you set. But after that, it's establishing those boundaries, establishing those coping mechanisms, establishing your rules for you and how you love yourself and how you want to be treated and how, by you, right? And if once you treat yourself the way you want to be treated, then other people are going to treat you like that, period, right? And we're going to delve more into that. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but the reason I started finding myself, the reason I started to go into that journey of becoming happy was because I wanted to help other people get there. I realized that I had a really great talent for communicating with people in order for them to help themselves, in order for them to improve. I've had this since I can remember, since I was young, yay high, right? And I'm on the ground. And I was well, I can't tell people what to do with themselves, and I can't tell people how to help themselves and how to go about their life if I'm a hotmess.com. So that's what that was about December 2018. Did I think that I would become a spiritual enlightenment coach? No, and I'm going to repeat that because there was a thing in the background. Did I think I would become a spiritual enlightenment coach? No, I just thought that I wanted to help people. I didn't know where my left butt cheek was to my right eyelash. I didn't know any of that. I just knew that I had to start somewhere. This is New York City also. I'm in a park and it'll get hectic. Sometimes noise will happen, sometimes it's quiet. Hopefully this audio catches. So let's fast forward to here. I have found my happiness. I have found myself. Obviously, it's a never-ending journey. So this is something that I'm oh yeah, I found my happiness, and now everything's gravy. And I'm no, that's not how. Oh my gosh! Hold on, we're gonna hold on for a second. I think I'm waiting for the traffic to clear up over there. Okay, so that may be the best audio I'm gonna get for a while now. It's about to hit rush hour, so there's a lot of things happening. Where's my mask? Oh, here's my mask. Oh, don't think I'm not wearing a mask. I'm wearing a mask. There's just nobody directly near me right now. So, fast forward to now, where you have a Cheyenne who is confident, loving, caring, patient, kind to herself, happy, full of joy, established boundaries within herself to then establish boundaries outside of herself. Pouring love into herself as much as she is into the world. However, having those boundaries and able to say, you know what, this isn't worth my energy, but I still love you, right? Or this isn't worth my energy, nor do I want to participate in this. It's okay, I still have love in my heart. Like, and those realms, like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel that people associate being assertive with being mean. There's a spectrum. There's a whole spectrum about this, which I will. There's a whole truck coming up here right now. Hold on. Hi. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, well, have a good one, okay? Have a good day. Thank you, you as well. Isn't that so funny? First of all, hold on, can I just say that I was just talking about still having love, but creating that boundary for yourself, and the universe is hilarious. That was a really great example. About how I would do it. Everybody's different. Anyway, so let's fast forward. I say all that to say, I feel that everything that I've done with self-exploration has led me to be functional, has led me to the capability of me being functional, or the ability for me to be functional throughout this pandemic. I am not going to lie to you and say that for the first 3 months I was not losing my mind, because I was. I think we all were. And that's where I started to find the beauty in all of this, because we were collectively losing our minds, right? When in history can you say with validity, with certainty, right? Because obviously you also weren't there, so you technically don't really know. But with validity and certainty that there was a whole losing of the mind simultaneously contributing to the mass consciousness. Things are happening, people. Like, okay, so in order for there to be like a good push coming, right? Like, you have to go through bad. For instance, when I was going through certain like energetic cycles, certain like I guess like emotional habits, certain traumas that kept coming up, certain demons I was facing, I would go through hell. Like, it felt like my body was ripping out of my soul, and my soul was ripping out of my eyeballs, okay? I would go through physical, emotional, and kind of verbal, in my mind, hell, with getting over something, right? And the moments leading up to would take like a couple days, sometimes a couple weeks. Obviously, my life had contributed to me coming to that conclusion, toward that final like point, like, right? And then right at that point, usually I'll go through pain points for about like, depending on what it is, for about 5 minutes to maybe like 2 days, right? Everybody's different. It could be shorter, it could be longer for some. But in those moments, from that 5 minutes to those 2 days, it feels like you're dying. It feels like your world is coming to a close. Doesn't that sound really familiar to what we've been experiencing as a collective, to the mass consciousness? For those that are curious, mass consciousness, what I'm referring to as is how everyone, right, in my theory, right, everyone has a soul, everyone has a spirit, everyone has that core being all up inside of them, right? And we all have that. We're all connecting to the same source, right? Some may consider that to be God. That's a whole different conversation. But yes, so we're erupting into this type of change. Some people have taken to it lightly. Some people have taken to it not so seriously, not lightly, but also not like less serious than the lightly. Some people are going dramatic with it, dramatic and drastic with it. There's so many things happening, and once you stay on that path of just focus and just understanding that good comes from this, things that are happening in the environment, right? My boyfriend made this really great concept the other day, or this really good idea that he like presented to me, which was, you know, when you want to build things in like your forest or the woods, you burn things down, right? So that the larger trees are no longer suffocating the smaller trees at the bottom. So you burn things down so that they can grow, and you create a whole new ecosystem. What's happening in California right now? It's burning down. People are leaving. The same people that caused it to burn down are now having to evacuate. What's going to happen to that ecosystem? I'll wait. Everything that's happening in this world, every part of contrast, doesn't necessarily have to be a bad or good thing. At the end of the day, yin and yang is existent. Like, we have that concept for a reason. When we have good and bad, like, at the end of the day, when it's per person, what's good and bad? Because my good and your bad would be different than your good and your bad. So what does that matter, right? My job right now for me is to be to find energy and to find purposes and to find things that are conducive to who I am and who I want to be. That is the only thing I can have, like, that I can control, right? And I know that there's someone out there where this is resonating with, and that's all I needed to make this video for, was you. If it's resonating with you, drop a comment down below and I will make more videos of, like, ask a question, whatever, like, ask me whatever, and like, let's talk about it, because why not, right? They say that 2020 was the worst year. Yeah, sure, if you want to look at it that way. It could be the best year of your entire life. Pause for a second. I also want to point out that there have been fatalities and there have been deaths. I am not saying that those fatalities were a great thing, right? For every one of those people, please rest in power. A lot of families went through a lot of hardship, right? With hardship comes silver linings. And I will be sensitive to those that have lost people. I don't want to step on anyone's toes. I don't want to put my foot in my mouth. Just know that I love you, and I don't mean to be malicious. I'm just trying to bring out a point of fresh air, okay? Yeah, so yes, change is coming. A huge awakening is happening. People are rising, and it's not for everyone, right? Not everyone is supposed to rise. Not everyone's supposed to be awakened. Not everyone's supposed to be enlightened. That's not everyone's purpose. Some people are here just to do bad, and some people are here just to do good, right? And some people are here to be and to exist and to be alive and to just love life. And the more I can help you love life, man, I don't even know. I feel like I'll just like combust into a star again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know. Yeah, so that was it. I just wanted to drop by and say hi and update you, but also tell you that 2020 could bring on the best challenges of your entire life. And I would also let go of the, oh wait, okay, so this is one thing that I wanted to explain. 2020 hindsight, right? Hindsight 2020. When you see something 2020, what year is it? It's 2020. How many people are exclaiming or talking about the year specifically? Notice that, when have you ever had a situation where people are like, oh, this year is like this, right? Everyone's talking about it. It's plugged into our mass consciousness. We're all tapped into the idea of 2020. Hindsight is 2020. 2020 is hindsight. You guys can see, right? There's an awakening. Hello. It was like a big, like, you guys, you don't see this? From the universe. Like, hey. So that's also what I wanted to point out in this video. Okay, so I love you. Have a wonderful day. Stay beautiful. All right. I feel good, y'all. I don't know about you, but whew, that felt really nice to like get off my chest. And mean it. Get it off my chest and mean it. All right, let me leave before I get demonetized. Love you, bye.